It was a red truck to begin with. They painted it white, and they sanded that down, and it got painted this maroonish red that Fred is now. Guess what? It's another video, and you're watching it. And we have Mr. Hillbilly. He's clapping for you guys because he's glad you're back. Anyway, on the last video, we were working on bodywork. And on this video, we're gonna work on bodywork because I only got 2 panels done. Well, 3 because the 1 panel doesn't need any work. So I got 2 doors to do, the cab we need to work on, and you guys are gonna get to see Colton work on the cab today. That's right. He just found out too, so he's in a little bit of shock, but we'll teach him. But before I can do any of that, I got some boxes over on the other side with Sean. I'm gonna go weld on them. Hillbilly's finishing up welding on the bed. We got a lot of grinding to do, a lot of little stuff on the box, but we should have half the truck wrapped up today. That's the bed, the boom, the boxes, and then I'm gonna continue working on bodywork.
Right now I'm grinding down my welds that I done on the last video, making it look pretty, and then filling any little pit, some little pit holes and stuff that's caused from the welder to make it look like it's all one panel again. Me and Robbie was talking, he wanted a piece of metal going from here to tie it all together, and there it is. So I'm gonna weld it in, and then kind of smoothly roll that down with the contour of this so it will start sloped and then gradually go flat so it all flows together. You'll see.
All right, so I've got this whole bead welded, but it warped. So this is how you fix it. I'll weld this next, weld that, and then we'll flip it over and start welding all the other stuff. We got miles of welding to go. I got 3 more welds to do on the back side of the face, and this box will be completely welded up. So I can say, I welded 1 full box, cut them out. You know what? I'm learning how to be a fabricator.
Okay, this is going to be my template. And just like that, I got my template. Now I'll just test fit it and see if I need to trim it up anywhere. No, I don't. I actually like the way that fits. Fits real good. Now, I got a couple scrap pieces of 1/8 inch out here that I'm gonna find and see if any of them will work, or if I have to cut a fresh piece. Nope, not quite long enough. So I'm gonna take my other piece and then decide if I have to cut a new one or if I can use what I got.
All right, fully welded. So the plan was for me just to weld a little bit, get a little comfortable with it, make Sean do the rest, but I decided to help him out. I just wanted to build up this edge so when he grinds it, he has enough material to shape it. So that box is welded.
They're almost identical. Now I'm gonna test fit it. Oh, I have to grind a little bit. A little too wide to not sit where I want it, so I'm gonna grind this edge down a little bit.
We need 2 doors.
So we need
31
2 doors.
5/8 by 16 1/4.
Yep. 8 hinges,
8 hinges.
and then 7 of those. 1 inch by
36 or
30.
32?
You can do the 32.
Okay. Because I
You already got
I
it.
screwed up and did 32.
No, you already got it, so it'll work.
Okay.
It'll actually be too long.
I am here for your services. All right, we got to do some plasma-ing. I'll do the aluminum first, and then Hillbilly needs some taillight panels, so we'll do those after. And then as soon as I'm done doing that, I'm gonna take a break, and then I'll probably go to lunch, and then I might do some body work. The internet says that's the only thing I'm good at. Fair enough. So I'm just trying to make sure my doors will fit. They will. I can get 2 doors out of this and all the other little pieces, so I'm gonna get them all drawn up, and cut out. All right, we've got everything programmed up. We're gonna get the machine loaded up. Going. I got all my slats and my doors cut. Take these over to Sean. Start getting them all dressed up. There you go, sir. All right. Is the door the right size? Too small. Too small. Isn't it gonna just go like that?
No.
Oh, that's not how it'll work?
You can cut it with the bed then.
All right, we'll let Sean do his magic now. I'll go cut the hinges out and we'll get those all done.
Cool. Cool, cool.
All right, we'll run a couple horizontal hinge sets here, Then I made a vertical program to do the vertical one. I need a total of 8 of these hinges. There you go, Stella.
Really?
I think my tip's burning up, but
Okay.
we need to drill those holes.
Yeah.
Or I guess I could probably take a 3/8 and run through them.
Oh, I'm gonna. I can do.
I'll help you.
Alright.
We're gonna grab a 3/8 drill bit and run a drill bit through these and get them cleaned out for Sean. There you go. How's it going?
About done. Just gotta round this corner off a little bit.
So Hillbilly's just about got this taken care of. I'm gonna build these now. This makes it super easy. It's 11 by 4.5. Then I just need to figure out an inch on each side. So that's gonna be 2.5 inches in there. And then we got a circle in here. Figure that out. Well, it's 2.5 inch circle. All right, let's get this cut out. All right, so Colton noticed something that I did on my program, kind of a cheat code. I put notches where I need to bend it. We'll go clean these up, go use my bender that doesn't know how to bend anything, and get them bent. All right, we got it all ground up. Let's go see if my little bender can bend. It did it! A little bit too far. This one went a little bit past 90, so I'll go fix that. Probably should have done a pre-bend and adjust it, but you know what? Oh well. Perfect. Goes right in there. That one goes in here. Okay, we'll weld these up and give them to Hillbilly to install. Not bad. I definitely need some more time on the torch, but you know what? We're getting the hang of this fabrication and TIG welding stuff. All right, we got them built. We got to do they're side specific, so we did each side. Now Hillbilly can go MIG weld them in and ruin them.
Panel is installed.
So we got to hurry and center this light, and then we're going to cut that one out and get it recentered. Inside light isn't centered in here. No big deal. Hurry and get it right, and then I've got to go get some lights.
Ready?
Yep. Just okay. So this is the best we're going to do it. It has an illusion to it, like this isn't centered, but it is. All right, while Hillbilly's getting that all finished up, as soon as it's welded, we're off to lunch. So we'll be right back. And just like that, back from lunch. Lunch was delicious, just in case you were curious. Hillbilly's gonna get working on that. Sean's welding on that. I'm gonna go weld on, or do something on that. And then I'm gonna avoid doing body work until I have to, which I think I have to. So I'll cut a piece of metal out for Hillbilly, then I'll start unavoiding body work.
Okay, while Robbie's cutting this piece that I need, I'm gonna get this piece cut off and then get all this straightened as good as I can. Okay, so me and Colton got this bed spun around. Now I can fix that where I messed up. Get this straightened out, this straightened out. So there's a lot that needs to be done. Time to start straightening this panel a little bit.
And we are ready. We'll get this all cut out. This is so much easier than trying to get a die grinder, cut it out. All right, so grind it, bend it, and weld it in. There you go, Colton. That can be a shirt. Grind it, bend it, weld it in. Bend it, weld it in. Grind it, bend it, weld it in. Hillbilly, bop it, spin it, grind it, bend it, weld it in. All right, let's get this sucker in. John's teaching us how to bend this way. Now we're talking. Pretty dang good, actually.
I mean, it's a hair too much, but
But it's a good thing I was here.
it's gonna pull this way.
I didn't want you to mess up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was here coaching Sean. He was happy about it. So don't let him fool you. All right, so we're gonna start with the metalwork. And I've got a few of these deep areas that I need to get paint out of. So I've got my Dent Fix wire wheel killer. Whoever put that wire wheel on installed it backwards. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna hurry and switch it around so it's correct, so it'll actually dig. All right, so the rippers are working now. Watch this. Almost a little too good. So I just put yeah, that's like a cat's tongue now. Okay, that's all, folks. Now what we need to do is we're gonna get my dent puller. So I wanna pull this one first because it's gonna be the simplest. I don't really need to pull a whole lot. It's just a little baby ding. So we'll weld the stud and a pull. Little tap tappy, little tap taparoo. Now we know that's good. Oh, done. Now I'll move my ground over here. That one's done. We'll do the cab corner after. Let's pull these ones. Now, if you blink, you won't see it. So you just want to work your dent and fill it. Okay, we'll grab my grinder. We'll grind it and check it and see if we need to go anymore. So this one is out a little bit. All right, I think we're good right there. So the metal work on this door is now finished. We'll get this cab corner pulled. I don't think I'm gonna mud the cab corner because I need to do, actually, I'm not even gonna pull the cab corner. I'm gonna leave that because I gotta change the cab corner. So we're gonna work on our mud work on this door now. So now's the time I wanna get my door handle out of the way. Forge is 11 millimeters, not a 10 like I thought. We'll unbolt this and then we're gonna grab some filler and filler this door up. We're gonna reuse this handle, so put it somewhere safe. And now I can block right here and not run into my door handle. I almost always forget everything. For my next trick, I'm gonna weld the hole up that we put in. Just that easy. All welded up. Now, as I was saying, I can grab filler and filler it up. So I once watched a Cletus McFarland video where he mixed an entire gallon on a piece of cardboard of body filler. That was cool. That's what I should do for this. Do some hibachi. Okay. Go get this cleaned up, let that kick, and we'll be sanding again. You know, you guys' favorite stuff, sanding. All right, so I just started sanding on my Bondo. I'll get it all roughed down. This is gonna take me probably 20 minutes to get this all sanded. Cool thing is I can kind of sand without looking. So I'll do that, and then we'll get it all glazed. I'm gonna go one panel at a time because my brain just isn't letting me bounce around and film it. So we'll go panel by panel. But I did get on the internet and I ordered all the patch panels for this cab corner. For the cab corner, the rocker, the inner, all the pieces. So that'll be here in like 4 to 5 business days. So we'll have an entire video coming up of patch panel work. All right, so me and Hillbilly just been talking. We got to figure out a better system for our wheel lift bars. And these are kind of flimsy. The bars are always coming out. So what we're gonna do is cut these off. We're gonna make them out of that thicker stuff. But then over here, we're gonna make it to where we can pin with a tractor pin, and that'll hold our bars in. These will be thicker. We'll put another bolt over here where it's broken off. That way it'll hold the L bars. We don't need this bracket, so that's coming off. And then we were just talking, we're gonna have a lot of room that if we wanna put pack outs, we can. Just gonna tap those just a little bit. Okay, that is sanded. I've got 2 more spots to finish sanding, and then we're on to glaze. All right, we've got it all sanded up, blown off, DA'd with 180. Now, we're gonna go put the icing on it. This will be our last step before we get it all sanded and prime it. But while this is hardening, we gotta run to the Tractor Supply store and go find some stuff for our bed. So I'm just overspreading this, but I'm spreading it thin.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get these brackets cut off, so that way once Robbie's done doing icing, spreading icing, he can start making these brackets.
So we're at Colton's new little Datsun. It's a 1970 Datsun 510 with a broken driver's seat. But we decided to slam Hillbilly in the back and head to the tractor store. This thing's cute. These might be welding pins. Hold on. All right. Check this sweet ride out. This is our Chariot today. It's got 4 pins and a U-bolt, and we're in business. All right, so Hillbilly is gonna go grab the bar so we can determine how tall it's gonna be.
About an inch.
Inch and a half. Okay, got it figured out. So I'm measuring this all out, and I think I've got it figured out. So I'll make 2 of these, 2 of these. Get those L brackets back on the bed.
New pin fits just like it's supposed to. Weld that on both sides, and then there's a new toe point, or yeah. I can get those welded in now too.
I don't know where my gloves are, but we got this all cut. So let's go over to the press brake that won't break anything and see if we can get it to bend. We're gonna have to fix that one. That one's a little too far. We'll bump that one back just a little. There we go. We got them. Let's go see if they'll fit. Look at that, that is perfect.
And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is now going to be the new lower base holders for the arms. Just like that. Now I have to get Robbie's drill bit because my set doesn't go to 5/8.
You know what time it is? Time for some Dippin' Dots. So the boss is here with the kids. Keep loading them up on Dippin' Dots. So I think I'm gonna get in on that. All right, so this is 120 grit, and I'm just cutting everything down with it, and then I will finish it off with 180.
Robbie, is this straight to you? That pin before I fully weld it?
It's kicking that way. Where's your hammer? Why so far out? Whoa, no way. It needs to go in like an inch. So now that I've got the face of this all sanded flat, cutting my edge down, and then I will do all the rounding by hand. But this will actually get rounded back to about right there. There's quite a bit of a rounded edge on this panel. So, cutting my 120 off with some 180. Okay, I'll save this and go back to 120. I'm gonna sand the rest of the door. Not gonna bore you guys with it because it's just a lot of sanding.
Robbie!
Huh?
Want to help me set these now?
So Hillbilly can take that L bracket out and get all these welded, and that'll be, this side will be done. Then he's got the other side to do.
This side's completely done. Now I gotta finish prepping that side, which is just grinding the bed a little bit more right here. Cut that bolt off so we can put the new bolt in.
All right, after 357 hours of sanding straight, I got this sanded. I just need to catch my edges, roll a few things, and this door will be ready to get masked up and primed. All right, so we got both pins welded in. We got the mounts welded on, welded down. Oh, where's a hammer? I need a pry bar and a hammer. We just need to pry this one just a little bit, get a little bit more angle on it.
Don't you want them a little sloppy so that way they're easy to get out?
Not like, no, I want it to be the correct shape. See, like that. So that when we put new ones on, it'll sit in there perfect. That is perfection. Put the other one in. Let's see what they look like. So we used to drive this, and these wanted to fall off.
I've lost them once that I know of.
Look at that. They're never falling off again. What do you think, Adley? Do you love it? That's rude. We love it. You just want to go have a sleepover with your friends, don't you? Yeah, she doesn't even care about the tow truck. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. It's the weekend. We're going home, so it is Monday. Good morning! It's Monday! I don't know why I'm excited about that. I'm excited because I'm here with you. And Hillbilly's excited. Look at it. Look at the joy on his face.
I'm still trying to wake up.
We're awake. Anyway, I was just learning how to weld from Sean, but now we're getting back to reality. Hillbilly is gonna finish up the bed today. I'm gonna finish up the bodywork. We're gonna prime. And King Fred's gonna be that much closer to being done. So I just realized this doesn't have a locking ring. It just appears like a locking ring. That's just a rubber gasket. So I'm gonna have Hillbilly get inside, get it all cleared out. We gotta take a few panels off and we'll pop that back glass out. I'm gonna work on metalwork while he's doing that.
I'm in here working on getting the interior trim pieces removed from around the window, the back glass I should say, so that way we can get it pulled. What's crazy is I used a tapered screw with the tapered washer, and they're just self-tappers.
Alright, so as I'm sanding this, I'm peeling back a couple layers, and you can see what they've done. So whoever painted this before, it was a red truck to begin with. They painted it white, and they sanded that down, and it got painted this maroonish red that Fred is now. Look at this. I can see where they sanded it. All they did was sand it and shoot it.
Okay, so Friday we noticed the bed is cracking. So I just went and grinded out the crack a little bit more. Now I'm just gonna weld it and do a couple good passes over it, and then I'll make it flow flat and even.
Alright, I got these little ones on metalwork. Most of these are just gonna require a little bit of glaze. They're coming right out. It's got a big old crease here. We gotta start working that out. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna key it. That's working. So you can see this is wanting to move. I do think I'm gonna key it. I'll get a good amount of pressure. Now having my hammer. Now you gotta remember, metal has memory. So we're gonna remind it where it needs to go. So I can actually hear the tone of the metal changing as I'm tapping it. I cannot tell you how awesome this truly is. All right, I'm gonna grind this to kind of get a feel of where I'm at, and then we will assess it and go from there. So we're pretty dang close. I'm gonna pull the backside now and try to get a little bit more curvature out of this, and then we'll start pecking at these little spots. And that's dang close. The Dent Fix DXE pulling system, the DF505 DXE. If you're serious about bodywork, I really feel like Hibachi Auto Body should get one of those. It would really step up their game. We're gonna get this back window out. So these are not bad once you get them started. And good news, no rust. They never pulled this back window when they painted it the 25 times. You guys like this so far? Are we doing too much? Are we not doing enough? Let us know in the comments. You guys have been quiet in the comments lately. Somebody in the comments told me they hate me. That hurt. I'm a real person. But they love Colton and they love hillbillies, so I was okay with it.
Pulling the third brake light or cargo light, whatever one it is.
Hillbilly's gonna go ahead and get the other side all cleaned up for me, but I'm gonna go back to standing.
Hey,
What?
I have a bunch of stuff I still have to do, man.
I know, but you're amazing and I'm not, so that's why you're here. So I'm trying to dig out all this crummy seam sealer out of this gutter because it all needs replaced. So the only option I have is to look into the eye of the devil and get it out. So you can see we're digging it, and there's what's not out. So we're gonna do that to both sides, just get all of the gutter cleaned. We'll re-seam seal it so that it's perfect. We just want King Fred to be so good, but I'm getting a little carried away. I need to get back to just doing some metal work, but I see things that need to be done and I just start to do them. It's dumb, but anyway.
Just going through and welding up all the holes where the diamond plate was, because we're not running that again. So we're gonna weld the holes in, make it flat, and make it look good.
All right, so I've got the metal work on this tab corner almost done. I've got another little spot here, but I got this upper dent fixed. We didn't show you guys that because we did a whole short just on this dent. Anyway, we got a tow. Now, this is gonna be a bad one, I think. A PT Cruiser got in a head-on with a cement truck. So let's go pick it up, get back here and get back to work. All right, so we're coming around the crash is, around turn number 2, we have a cement truck and a PT Cruiser. I don't really know what to expect. PT Cruisers are small and cement trucks are big, but we're about to find out. All right, so there's like a ramp to the PT Cruiser, so Hillbilly's just gonna back up to it and we'll load it up. All right, so that wasn't as bad as we thought it could be, so that's lucky. Cement truck was stopped, headed northbound. Car came over into his lane, hit a steer tire, went off into the borrow pit. We got there, loaded the car, got it on the truck. Now we're headed back to the shop to go finish working on bodywork on Deja. No, not Deja Blue. We're working on Fred. I almost forgot. So we're gonna go back and work more bodywork on King Fred. All right. Went on a tow, we're back, we went to lunch, we got a little Linky with us. What you got? What you got?
What?
I don't know what it is. Is that gum?
Gum.
I thought it was like a sticky. Jeez, got gum all over his hand. Got all my metal work pulled. So I almost forgot, we got one spot here. I'll hurry and weld that up. We'll grind that and then we'll grab some Bondo. We'll get some Bondo spread out.
So I tried to weld this a couple times, it just blows a hole, and because it's so rusted, so I'm just going to cut this piece out, cut a new piece, slap it in there, spread some welds over it, grind it flat, and make it look good again.
All right, so we're mixing up some plastic filler. We'll get everything all spread so we can just sand our little life away. Before I spread this, just want to make sure we don't get any filler in this jam. I'm just gonna run some tape.
Definitely need the vacuum before I just go breaking this big old clump of rust out. So we don't need all that building up down here so that way it can't drain like it should.
That's just for temporary.
That's just to hold it till I get the latch in it.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, I got the bed all finished up for the most part. Robbie will take a second look to see if there's any other stuff that needs to be done to it. But while he's busy doing body work, I don't want to interrupt and have him come look at it. So I want to start stripping the headed crack down and finish stripping the Stinger wheel lift down. Okay, got everything stripped off but the license plate light. So we're gonna get that pulled off and then this will be stripped. Okay, when I first started stripping the bed and pulled this wheel lift off, I was trying to pull the set screw and it was stripped, so I just drilled it out. Now I'm trying to get it broke free out of it. So I'm gonna spray some free in there and see if I can get it to free up.
So Hillbilly's having a little bit of a struggle on this. We don't know how to get the pin out because it's stuck. We're probably gonna have to use an air hammer and heat. There it is. Oh!
Now undo the lines. Then should be able to pull this piece off, break it down to the next spot. Until we can get to undoing the ram off the other side. And hopefully it comes off a lot easier than what this side did. First test fit. I think we might have to take a little bit off the bottom. Might have to take air off the top, air off the bottom.
Yep. We got 2 bolts here that keep the keeper for this. That needs to come off. There's a keeper in here. That pin needs beaten out. Then we can get the hydraulic out, but this arm is gonna have to go back through that way. There's definitely a catch here. Do we have a stud? Oh, go get a stud removal socket. One of my stud remover sockets.
Or is that now?
Oh, it's an Allen head. Ha! Duh! It's a keeper. Okay. I'm not gonna take this all the way out because we need to get this pin out first, or we're gonna lose our stand. All right, here we go. Is this pin gonna come out or is it gonna stay? It's gonna stay. Hand me that chisel. This is legitimately getting like, oh, I meant just the chisel, but this will work. Push it.
So much for a hand.
That's how they're supposed to come out. Yeah, that is how they're supposed to work. Now, we know the ram will come out. So let's get this, we need to hold this. When in doubt, free it out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the only thing we have left to do now is let's pull these off and this will be ready. Look at, Fred never had a box over here. So this is definitely an upgrade. And look how good that looks. Good job, team. All right, so I got the handle out, the fender off, everything sanded on the door. I gotta sand the cab corner. Then we'll get working on DAing everything. So we'll just keep sanding. All right, so I've got this all roughed out. Got a little bit more to sand here, and I've got to round this off. But I got to run to a meeting with that little thing right there. Oh, they're just fighting. So anyway, I'll be right back, but the guys are staying. They're still working on the bed. Got all this stuff ready for the boom. So I'll be right back, but they're still here. So I'm not even gonna snap my fingers.
Okay, I was just going through, grinding up on any of the rust bubbles, making sure, checking to see if they need to be patched or not, and so far, they're good. Check the other side, see if there's any rust bubbles. If not, then we'll get the pressure washer and start pressure washing all the grease and grime out of the boom and all the parts that went to the bed. Okay, I was supposed to start pressure washing all the parts, but starting to rain. I don't know if you can see, and I really don't want to be stuck out in the rain while I'm pressure washing, so I'm going to put that on hold till it stops raining, and then I'm going to start sanding the back of King Fred and the roof of King Fred, so that way we can get it all prepped and ready to get it primed and sealed and painted and all that fun jazz. Sand the whole back with 180 and then jump to 320. So I just went ahead and pressure washed everything except the bottom of the bed, which I'll have to get that up in the air to do that. And everything came pretty clean. No grease, no oils, nothing anywhere. So now I'll just let it air dry, and I'm gonna get the pressure washer stuff all cleaned up and put back away.
All right, so Sean's got the roof rack up where it needs to be. Hillbilly's got everything outside cleaned, so I'm sending them home for the night. I'm gonna stay and finish getting that body work done. All right, I'm gonna hurry and get this all sanded, and then we'll go look at everything that got done while I was at a meeting. All right, so I've got this all blocked out. I've got everything ready to be glazed. I'm gonna hurry and 180 all my scratches that are still kind of here, and then we'll glaze it. I gotta do the door also, but there's not a lot of paint, so I'm just gonna run this over real quick, We'll get it all glazed up, and then we're priming this cab corner and both doors. So once I glaze it, I'm gonna show you everything like I said. I've got the door completely sanded. Now this door was completely paint checked. What that means is little cracks everywhere. All the black paint was checked. So I sanded all of it. We're gonna glaze our spots, glaze the cab corner. Colton's working on the other side. He'll go show you guys what he did. I'm gonna mix my glaze, get it spread, and we're hoping to get this thing in primer tonight.
All right, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna show you this side, the driver's side. Been sanding away. Robbie's let me do some sanding. But I had it all sanded to what I thought I had sanded, and then Robbie, I went over to check his door, kind of get to see what he was doing, and he pointed out the paint checks. And I was like, so then he explained that that was in the factory paint. So I had to go back and re-sand all along here, because once I noticed them, it's like, man, I gotta get rid of that. So that's what I did. I went along, got rid of it. I told him I got down to a little metal and some. He said, it's fine, we're priming the whole door, so it'll be fine.
All right, so I went ahead and 120'd all of my glaze, but I didn't finish it out in 120. I stopped, I grabbed my 180. I got it all finished out in 180, so this is super thin because it's a baby dent. Got this all sanded. I'm gonna hurry and catch my edges. We're gonna pull these doors off, and then I'm gonna finish sanding the cab corner while Colton gets all these tidied up and ready for us to mask them and prime them. But it's gonna be too nice to take it out on trails and do what we need to do. But that's what we're gonna do. So what I need to do, and actually I'll do it before we pull the door, I need to hurry and 320 all of my 180 scratches out, and then the door will be ready to be pulled off. Oh crap, felt that.
Oh, there we go.
All right, we got Colton sanding his little life away. I've got this whole cab corner fully body worked. It's all sanded. It's ready to be wax and greased, masked, primed. He's got that door ready to wax and grease, mask, prime. We're gonna work on getting that door off, wax and grease, mask, prime, and then we'll go home. I was gonna show you guys everything that got done tonight. The roof rack got done. It's up there. That looks super cool. We got the Baja Design lights up there. We're gonna be doing a 40-inch light bar that's curved. That'll be out front. We got squadrons that are gonna go on the corners, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear. It's gonna be super sweet. Yeah, Hillbilly did a bunch of stuff outside, but it's too dark because it's 10 o'clock at night, so we can't show you that. You have no idea how many hours it takes to sand. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. We're up for it. So that's what we're doing. All right, let's get this all waxed and greased. Look at that. You can see the original where they put silver all the way up to there. We took all the black off. That's cool. See that? This is why you wax and grease. I will show you. You think it's clean, you wipe it off, you blow it off. Not clean. Okay. I'll go through, I'll wipe this all dry. I'll back tape it, mask it with some paper. I've got to do 2 coats of etch. I've got to put 1 coat down, let it sit for about 5 minutes, then come back in with another coat. That's got to sit for 10 full minutes before we can prime it. And it is only 11 o'clock at night. And look, we got Colton here.
This is fun.
We're teaching him how to do body work because eventually he wants to body work some of his stuff. And I don't got time to body work his stuff. So
Yeah.
he's gonna have to do it himself.
He ain't got time to do nothing.
All right, so we're using ECP 35. It's a PPG primer. I really like the way it sands, and it's just what we use in the body shop. So it's what we're using on King Fred. We're gonna mix up 15 ounces, get in there, and get this puppy 3 coats of primer and then we will guide coat it. It's been a while since we've mixed any primer. Kind of nice. Getting back,
This late night stuff.
yeah, getting back to our roots, working all night. This is almost like golden nugget stuff. All right, first coat of primer is down. We're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes. I got 2 more coats to put down once this is flashed. The bodywork looks good. Prep work looks good. Everything looks really good. All right, this is my 3rd and final coat of primer. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm watching as I'm spraying it very cautiously so that if there's any pinholes in my bodywork, I can fill them in. And down here, I know I'm gonna have pinholes because I can see them. So we're going pinhole. We're going pinhole. Now what pinholes are, is they are little dots where air tried to escape the bodywork. Okay, cab corner is primered. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the door. Okay, that's coat number 3. We'll let this splash off. We'll be back in to guide coat it. We're done for the night. Now don't come at me because the shop is dirty, I know. Tomorrow morning it'll be clean. Again, this truck's getting pushed out. We're gonna sweep everything. Just leave us alone, it's late. Now I'm just putting guide coat on it. And if you don't know what guide coat is, it's a layer of paint so that when we go to stand this, we can find our low spots. It's called Low Spot Finder Guide Coat. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's got to be a little. To be totally honest, I don't really mind working late.
No.
This has been nice. It's been taking me back down memory lane of so many projects that actually got finished. Those were the days. That's when we used to finish stuff. All right, so we got a ton of stuff done. All the bodywork is done besides the one cab corner and the rocker and the floor. Those are gonna happen on a different video because we don't have parts yet. So, anyway, got a lot done.
Yeah, we did.
12 o'clock at night. And as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.